Hello, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel. Take your pick. We're going to be making a white rat today. So right off the bat I'm just going to say this is going to be kind of a quicker rat. I think this might be an albino. I'm not quite sure about that yet. And I might even do a classic albino with hand-painted eyes, which is a one of a kind so far on the channel. There's only been one of those. That's a rat that's very near and dear to my heart. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just making a clay ball here to start with. Okay, so you see we kind of got a couple options here for shape. This would be kind of a layup right here. So if we can decide if we want to kind of do a layup rat, which I'm thinking maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go for that. That rat's just kind of handed to us right there, huh? We'll take another piece of clay. We'll make a cone for the nose. We'll get enough clay for the ears, and then what I'll do is I think we'll give this rat like a really undersized mouth because he has such a large face. I think that will give it kind of a lot of character. Let me get my tool. Tell you what, I got my money out of the whole toolkit that I purchased. Just with this one tool alone, it's really the only tool I really use. So we got kind of a fat rat situation going on here. I don't think I'm gonna do this one too realistic where I add the double chin and all that. I think I'm just gonna do kind of a classic fat rat. Kind of a cartoony rat. So everyone who follows the channel probably knows I don't really do as many kind of classic cartoony rats. Most of my rats are fairly, almost really humanoid rats a lot of the times. We'll kind of close the lips on one side in case we want to give them a smoke, which it looks like we might be giving them a smoke. Maybe we'll give them, maybe we'll give this rat a couple cheeks. Actually, I really don't even think we need to do that on this one. I kind of like this just as a kind of oversized rat. Let's see. I think I'll get the nose on there before we start making these kinds of decisions. And again, I literally wipe this table down non-stop, and there's like tiny little hairs, microscopic hairs. Black hairs too, and my hair is not black at all, as you probably see. I always go back when I edit these videos and see my hair just all over in the videos. Okay, so we'll get kind of a sharper, broader point for the nose. We're going to find that nose placement, kind of get that centered, and we'll kind of just lock in our clay, and we'll gently pull the clay down, form it into the rest of the sculpture, and then here we're gonna have to just kind of work our way best we can. Under the nose is always, between the nose and the mouth, I need to find a new system for that because it's not, never really works out ideally for me. Always ends up being a major fight right about there. I guess it's not really that big of a deal. That's what happens every time I think I need a fix, and then I just gotta work it out this time, and I'll be okay. Okay, so you basically see what we're dealing with here. Kind of just a fat rat, which I like. I haven't seen one of these in quite a while. Plain rat, fat rat. You do see quite a bit of fat rats, but you don't really see that many. Kind of basic, plain, kind of blob style rat. You don't really get the pleasure of this style of rat as much as you would think in this game. Yeah, really, I think that's all we're looking for today on this rat. I think it's going to be a unique rat for sure. Don't get me wrong, because we are going to go in with the. We're going to give it the white eyes, but we are going to hand paint the red. And I am going to use a technique that many people are not going to be happy about, which is I'm going to use my cigarette paint for the rat's eyes, because it's a very vibrant color, one of the most vibrant reds I have. Excuse me. And right now I'm just kind of smoothing this rat out. Maybe push the nose back a little bit. I apologize. I'm trying my best not to get sick. But the coughing, I know, is difficult on the speaker there. Like I said, don't want to go too crazy. I don't even know if this is going to be a cigarette rat, honestly. It might not even end up being a cigarette rat. In which case I will have to kind of, yeah, I don't think we're going to give this rat a smoke. So we'll have to kind of rework the lips a little bit. First I'll just kind of get these ears going. And the thing I always say about the ears is to don't overthink the placement of them. You just kind of want to get them on there. Make sure they're locked in tight. And then kind of let them go. Emotionally. Just kind of let them go. So you got kind of like a little fat rat here, which I like. Like I said, I would like to get kind of different lip action going, I think. So we're going to just kind of close the lips. Kind of pull them down, fix them. There you go, kind of paper thin lips here on this rat. That's my mutt right there at the door. I don't know if you can hear that. Right about on time for the night. I'm going to hang out in the studio. Okay, so then the last thing I'm going to do is just sign the rat. And we will get this rat. Oh, the last thing I'm going to do is just give this rat some whisker holes. I always forget about the whisker holes, or I forget about the eyes. It's always one of the two, though. Okay, we're going to go kind of right through there. Right through. Carefully, carefully. There you go, right under. There you go. Right above. And that's not lined up correctly, is it? There you go, right under. And I'll kind of go right above. Look at that. I need to make sure that you need to make sure that the holes are large enough to fit your whiskers. Very important. That's happened to me where it hasn't worked out. And these aren't really ideally placed, I wouldn't say. What's wrong with them though? The nose shape is what's wrong with them. The nose is not right. Kind of twist the nose, manipulate the nose, and we'll kind of land it right about where it needs to be, right about there. And we'll just kind of pick the nose up a little bit. And that will be it for this rat. We will get this bad boy in the oven and come back for the painting process. Okay, we are back out of the oven with this rat right here. And I think what we're going to do on this rat, this is actually definitely an albino. Like I had mentioned, I think I'm going to kind of go ahead and do the hand-painted red eyes, which is going to be a fairly quick process. I'm not going to go too crazy with them. I just kind of want to get them on there and see how they look. Other than that, though, this rat is going to have pink features, or as I like to call it, pink trim. Really loving this rat, the way this rat's turning out. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this rat dry before we come back and finish up with the rest of the features. Okay, so I'm going to quickly finish up this rat right here. This is the one I set to dry, and what I gotta do still, I like to give this rat stitches across the mouth. We'll even do 4 on this. We'll even do 5 on this. Hell with it. Okay, we're going to give this rat a crucifix, obviously, like we do. Okay, now what we need to do is find a good good brush for this. This is going to be... I'm not going to go too crazy here. I'm going to use a little bit of my cigarette paint. Please forgive me. I know that last time I tried using a little bit of my cigarette paint, a lot of people went back and referenced the episode where I mentioned that that paint is only for cigarettes, and I realized that is correct. I did say that, but it's a very vibrant color, and I think it would look great with this rat's eyes. And I don't want to go too crazy overboard with this. I just want it to be dabbed on there, kind of like so. And I think I may even come back in and hit this rat with the black pupil on top of this, so that the rat has both the red and the black pupil. Although I am not sure if I'm going to do that either way. I think for this video, this rat, for the purposes of this video, this rat is now going to be considered complete, and you will see the final results of this rat, whether we went in with that that uniball vision or not, and gave it a little red. That's yet to be seen, but you will know probably, actually definitely before I know, because I'm waiting for it to dry. And you will be at the photo screen as soon as I can get a slightly rounder end on there. Okay, and you will be headed to the photo section now. Thank you for watching.